there's something that I'm going to talk about today, and I just learned about this, even though this happened on October 6th. I saw a video by Majority Report talking about this, and Sam Cedar himself, he even said that he hadn't heard about the story, and when I Googled it to see about it, CNN and NBC were the only two that had written articles, and they were really vague. They were, so this really flew under the radar, at least to the rest of the world. In the area where it happened in Mississippi, people are talking about it, and people are demanding answers. And what I'm talking about is the death of Jaheim McMillan, and I hope I pronounced that name right. But what happened was a 15-year-old teenager was shot and murdered by a police officer after they received calls that him and 2 or 3 of his buddies were in a Kia Soul brandishing weapons at people and, pointing guns at people. That's what they got calls about. The cops showed up, and they ended up shooting and murdering Jaheim McMillan. That's what happened. And according to this article, they received calls that people in a Kia Soul were brandishing weapons and chasing another vehicle. Police officers tracked the car to a Family Dollar on Pass Road, and this is in Mississippi. And 2 of the 5 occupants of the car jumped out and fled the scene. When McMillan got out, he was told to stop, but Cooper, who is an officer, said that Jaheim McMillan did not comply. He turned around with a weapon, and a police officer shot him. The other 2 teenagers got out of the vehicle and were arrested at the scene with weapons. The ones who fled were caught, and police tracked down weapons discarded nearby. Now, the problem with everything that this piece of shit said is that Jaheim McMillan did not have a gun. He didn't have a gun. And multiple eyewitnesses approached and confronted the officers at the scene of the shooting and asked them why they shot and killed this person, or why they shot him at all. They have not released the body cam. They have not released the body cam footage yet. They are refusing to release the body cam footage. And a nearby, I think it was a nearby store has surveillance video that directly goes against what this cop said. It goes directly against what they said, and we're gonna watch. We have a few videos here, and for all of you, the person who is mainly talking about the person who's trying to bring the most awareness to this story is Benjamin Dixon. I would recommend, if you would like to know more, go check him out on Twitter. This is right after the shooting. And you could hear this guy. So it says unintelligible, but you can kind of hear him say, right, he slam up right up behind these people. If y'all, I don't know why it says unintelligible. I could kind of hear what he said. Nothing in his hands. Nothing in his hands. And you can hear how angry this bystander is, because even he, someone who saw it, it's no gun. This 15-year-old teenager is dead, and he did not even have a gun. We have more videos. I have not seen this one. Oh, this is the video. So this is the surveillance store video that the article mentioned. Wait. We gotta rewind it. I'm sorry. It's really hard to see this. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible in every single way. And it's like I said, the cops are lying about it. They are literally straight up lying. The community is demanding answers as to why he was shot. And we have one more video here of another witness at the scene of the shooting who is going to give his eyewitness account of what happened.
Bro, they shot him in the head, bro. I'm sitting right here watching them. I'm talking about 6 times, bro. 6 times. This is what the fuck these police out here doing, man. Y'all ain't let these kids run these streets. This is the fuck.
There he is. That's him. Laying dead on the ground. That's how fucked up this is.
That's so sad, man. Then they gonna handcuff him, bro.
Yeah, they handcuffed him after they shot and murdered him. All of these things that happened, this terrible killing of a young person, unarmed, by the police, just proves that police in this country, the police just need to be entirely, completely reformed from the ground up. The police in this country are terrible. They are god awful. There is so many problems with policing in this country. And the fact that they get guns, they get to carry weapons on them at all times is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And really, it's disgusting. And you could hear him say he threw his hands up. And so a reason that this makes me so goddamn angry is because if somebody does this to a police officer, they could get capital punishment for the murder of a police officer. This cop murdered this teen straight up. I don't agree with capital punishment. I don't agree with that at all. I don't think that capital punishment should exist. I do not think the death penalty should exist in this country, period. For any reason at all. I just need to establish that before I continue. But the consequences, I don't even know if there have been any consequences for this. No, this completely has flown under the radar, hopefully up until now, because we need to talk about this and this issue as a whole, because this cannot continue to happen. And the thing that I try to do when I look at situations, or I'm trying to think about something, is I try my absolute hardest to say, well, what if this happened to me? Or what if this what if something like this directly affected me? Like someone I know that I was close to, this happened to them. How much would I be affected by that? Especially when there is no due process for these officers committing these horrendous crimes.
they shot him. They shot that man for nothing.
They said they shot him in the head. In the head. They literally straight up executed him.
Shot that man for nothing. Y'all ain't shit, bro. Y'all ain't shit, bro.
And there's all these bystanders are very, very upset with these officers because they all saw what happened. And like I said, sorry, the police, the refusal to release the body cam proves that the cops are fucking liars, and they know what they did. They know what they did. They know they fucked up really bad, and they want to cover it up, much like the police do all the fucking time in this country.
Y'all ain't shit, bro. Police ain't shit, bro. Fucked up. Y'all shot that boy for nothing.
15 years old. 15 years old. Unarmed.
They shot him in the head, bro.
I think that's just the video replaying, but it's it's beyond sad that we even have to anybody has to even be talking about this. It is sad that this had to happen. And it's sad that this continues to happen, and we choose to just not actually address and try to change the issues with policing in this country, because there are so many issues with it, and I'm not going to sit here and talk about all those issues right now. I just wanted to make a video talking about this because I want to raise awareness about this.